I got beauty fashion.
Hi everyone, it's Stacy in Japan and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about 10 habits that I have developed since I have been living in Japan. I'm sure there are more habits that I have not really given thought to, but here are my top 10. The first one is drinking unsweetened tea. You might be like, but hey, that is something I already do in Jamaica or wherever I am. But I usually drink my tea sweetened with brown sugar. And when I came to Japan, I discovered that what they called tea was very fresh. And they even drank it cold from a bottle, like a plastic bottle. I was like, this is tea? But of course, now I know what that tea is all about. And so I have stopped using sweeteners pretty much. If I do feel for something with a little bit of sweetness, I will use some honey or maple syrup. But for the most part, I don't drink tea sweetened anymore. Now, the other thing that has changed for me, number 2, since being here in Japan, is that instead of fruit juices, I'm having tea. In Jamaica, we have so many fruits all year round. And, you know, it is very much a part of our custom to make some kind of fruit juice or fruit with vegetable juice. And since being here in Japan, it has just completely stopped for me pretty much. I mean, there's no thought of making mango juice because I can't even afford to buy mangoes. And who wants to make apple juice? Not the kind of apples that we're used to back home, so I just eat them anyway. So I don't drink fruit juice anymore. There's no coconut water except for like once a year during the summertime. Anyway, number 3 on that same line is I don't eat a lot of fruits as I used to in Jamaica, especially tropical fruits. So like mangoes that are very, very plentiful in Jamaica, especially during the summer. I don't have the opportunity to eat the amount that I would normally have in Jamaica here. If I do eat any mangoes at all, you know, outside of it being frozen, what else? Coconut water. You name those tropical fruits that I'm used to in Jamaica. I can't get them here in Japan, so tropical fruits are not consumed very widely for me. You know, dew plum, star fruit, star apple, sour sop, sweet sop, you know them, all right? Okay, now, number 4 is sleeping on the floor. All right, so this is a habit I had to develop and cultivate in Japan, of sleeping on the floor, because it is quite customary in Japan to sleep on what is called a futon, and it is directly on the floor. Mind you, since being in Japan for the past 4 years, I have since gotten a mattress and I can get a base, you know, but I've gotten so used to sleeping on the floor. Who needs a base? And number 5 on my list is living without what we call chest of drawers or dresser, you know, where we would normally put our clothes. So I've basically been living out of my suitcases. Pretty much out of my suitcases or some small storage containers, because, you know, my apartment is small and the thought of a dresser or a chest of drawers is very permanent, and I don't see myself being in Japan that much longer, so I've always just kind of tried to avoid any kind of permanent furniture. So it's just become normal for me to live out of my suitcase. And yes, that's my choice, but it is now a habit of mine. Okay, and number 6 on my list is commuting to different places by bicycle. Yeah, don't do that in Jamaica, right? Oh my God, Jamaican streets are crazy dangerous. But here in Japan, not that the streets are not dangerous, but they are less dangerous in all honesty. And there is allowance made on the sidewalk for bikers to travel. And also there are some sections of the road that are paved in blue, which indicates that you can ride your bicycle on those allotted sections. So I have been riding to church, which is like about 40 minutes by bike. If there's anywhere that I want to go to that is within an hour, I usually just ride, but this is a recent thing, but I'm really enjoying it, especially during this COVID-19 time. If I don't have to take the trains, I just ride my bike. So it is pretty cool for me, and it's great exercise. Okay, now number 7 on my list is to bathe or not to bathe. Listen, 8 months of cold weather is no joke. I don't have to think about that in Jamaica. So the question of not bathing at all in Jamaica never really crossed my mind. Mind you, I don't always like to bathe, but the temperature and the climate in Jamaica warrants that you need to bathe every day. But during the cold months here in Japan, just the essentials has been sufficient for me. Not all the times, but sometimes I do just, All right, and number 8 on my list is wearing masks. Now, everybody across the world is getting into this habit because it is becoming the new normal, as we are saying now, for persons to wear masks. But here in Japan, it has been something that was practiced a long time ago. Persons wear masks when they are sick or when they don't want to get sick from anyone, or during the spring season when there is a lot of pollen, or during autumn when there's just a lot of pollen in the air or whatever is in the air. But I don't like wearing masks, but I still wear it, especially now during COVID-19. We all have to wear masks, so that is now a part of my habit. Number 9 on my list, okay, is taking off my shoes. I still have not gotten that kind of speed and accuracy that I see Japanese people have. It is so easy for them to slip in and out of their shoes, and I just still take forever after 4 years to get in and out of my shoes. But it's something I have to do when I get home, when I visit somebody else's house. Some restaurants require you to do that as well, so I've had to be taking off my shoes. And you might say, hey, but that's something that we do in Jamaica, or in my country we also take off our outdoor shoes and put on our inside shoes, But that's not what I used to practice back home. So, and number 10 on my list is bowing. Several times each day. And now that I'm not at work, I'm bowing a whole lot less. But usually it's just like it has become so much a part of me, It's just automatic. It's just now muscle memory. Even when I'm on the phone, I used to wonder about Japanese people. They're talking on the phone and they're bowing. Hey, nobody's seeing you. And then I started doing the same thing. So those are my top 10 habits that have been developed since being here in Japan. What about you? Have you developed any new habits since you've been living abroad? Or what habits do you practice in your own country? How do they compare with what I have mentioned? Thanks for watching this video, and please just support me by sharing this video if you found it useful. Goodbye for now, and God bless you.